like to talk about what project or film or television project like inspired you to want to start doing this, started wanting to pursue this career. What film was like, oh, that's the one, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Um, well, I would say I'm not sure which one really started it, but
Hmm.
I know that one of the movies that's my favorite movie, like that helped me like look at it in a different perspective and want to pursue it was Interstellar
Ooh,
Ooh.
because
okay.
I really like Christopher Nolan. He's my
Yes.
favorite director.
There
So,
you go. Yeah.
Right there with you. Super excited about Oppenheimer.
Oh, yes.
yeah, same.
Yeah. So, well, you'll have to go back if you haven't already and listen to a couple of our interviews with John Papsadera, who's best friends with Nolan. They've been like lifelong friends, and he casts everything Nolan does. Just saying, if you, John, we
Yeah.
got a guy here that like, you know.
We got a connection, bro.
That's
We
right.
got a
Maybe
connection.
maybe we'll mention you to John. But yeah, you know what I really like, and maybe for you like it for this reason too. He's very old school. He still shoots on film.
Yeah.
He uses practical effects, and he stays away from the green screen stuff as much as possible. Are you an old school guy for being a young guy? Are you like I like film, I like miniatures, I like models?
I mean, I would say that I am kind of I wouldn't say that I like am specifically old school, but like I don't really have access to that much.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I'm kind of forced to use like what's around me, which is more like digital now.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat, bro. When we started this, I was like, I didn't know anything else. I had a DSLR, and then that's what I had. And so like, yeah, when I met this guy and he started talking about these cameras up here that have like the film reels and like he can get them developed and all that stuff, I'm like, well, I have a memory card. I can just put in my computer and like we're good to go.
He's like, you mean if the take is bad, you don't just delete it and do it again?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, not on film. You don't. You're burning that film. We're in trouble now with the budget. But
There's a documentary that we would recommend you to watch. It's directed, or it's by Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves narrates it and like does the investigating, all the stuff. And it's basically film versus digital, and you learn the differences and you learn how they work and all of these different things. So I think it would be very beneficial for you to check that one out. I watched it a few years ago with him, and it was honestly it was an epic experience because I got to see and appreciate everything that, he was talking about since the beginning. But then I'm like, but you see this, right? You see this? This is my lane. So yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic.
so yeah, just to give you a clue on the range there, my movie that was like, that's it, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, this is my living, was the original Superman, the 1978 Christopher Reeve Superman. I was literally 8 years old. I was that kid that thought the man could fly. That's how old I am. But that was my movie. To see this guy, like, it was amazing to me, and I'm like, how can I not want to do that the rest of my life? This is going to be amazing. So I love that. Do you have any current favorite shows right now, or TV or movies that you're watching right now?
For movies, I've been recently watching a lot more Jake Gyllenhaal movies.
Okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
I've seen Nightcrawler, Southpaw, um, Prisoners, and then those are the only ones I've seen so far. But
Yeah.
All phenomenal. He has a new like war one that just came out, The Covenant, and we went and saw it. It's really good. I put it up there as like one of my favorite war movies of all time. Would definitely recommend to watch that one. And something else I wanted to bring up to you, because we like to we like promoting our guests, right? We like showing how awesome of a person you are. Well, we saw that you just recently went to an elementary school and was reading to younger age kids. What was that experience like? How did that even come about? Like, how did you get hooked up with that? And I just feel like that was such an awesome experience because, I mean, we've interviewed almost 200 people, and nobody's ever talked about an experience like that. And I just feel like that is an awesome way to give back to the community.
yeah. Well, basically how it came about is that my mom saw a thing for it and she basically showed it to me and I sounded interested in it. So we were like, well, this is good because we also have some books that we could give out.
Yeah.
And Turns out that one of the schools that I read to, actually my mom used to be a teacher, and
Nice.
one of her former students was actually teaching at that school.
Oh wow, yeah.
So it was easy to, that was nice that we could set it up there. So we actually went to two schools, and I was nervous, but when I got there, it just ended up being like super fun.